Hey guys, I'm Steph and welcome to the Little Bookie Nook. It has taken me a long time to start up my Booktube channel. I have been talking about it for like what seems like forever. I have been blogging for probably the last 2 years, and I've been thinking about starting up my channel because sometimes I just feel like the words that how I feel about books doesn't always come through my blog. So I would feel a bit weird about typing up a full blog post or review in all caps. So at least now when I'm talking on video, I can use a bit more emotion. Otherwise it just seems like I'm just really yelly and it just comes across as I don't know. I don't want to be one of those all yelly people, but I am a yelly person. I don't really know what I'm going to be talking about yet. All I know is that I want to talk about books and do reviews. Probably also want to, because I love music and makeup and movies as well, I'll probably talk about them on here time to time. I would like to do some makeup of different book characters, but that might be down the track once I get this whole video thing all sorted out, because at the moment I just don't think I have the capacity to you know, like doing video in a wardrobe it's probably not the best idea as it is. It's a mess in here. I have it all cleaned up around here, but holy shit, like it's gonna take me forever to clean it. So on here I'll generally be talking about fantasy and sci-fi. Fantasy is my favorite. I used to read crime novels like a long time ago, and they were the reason why I stopped reading, because I just really don't enjoy crime novels. I find them to be, I don't like the suspense. I don't like not knowing who the killer is. I just don't like them. I mean, I'll read one if it was like the last book on earth, I guess, but not if I've got fantasy options in front of me. I'll take you through a bit of a journey tonight through some of my favorite books, so that you can get a bit of a feel for what kind of books I'm into. The book that started it all. So when I say the book that started it all, I mean the book that got me into fantasy. City of Bones. I'm showing you this one. I actually can't find my my paperback at the moment. I haven't lent it to anybody, so I don't know where it is. Maybe one of my cats stole it and they're reading it. That would be so cool if I found my cat reading my books. City of Bones. Words can't express how much this series means to me, because the characters are almost, they feel like they're my family, so, or my friends. So when sometimes I just feel like rereading stories, and I'll often say I'm going back to hang out with old friends, because that's what it feels like. I feel like I know these characters inside and out. Jace and Clary, just been super invested in their relationship for forever. Malik, so beautiful. I adore this series, and it's the series that I always recommend to people who ask me about what book they should start with if they want to read fantasy. I think they're quite easy reads. I find that the writing is quite easy to follow, and I think it's because Clary is at the same time discovering this world, so at the same time you're being introduced to fantasy as well. So it's and then it just progresses along the way. A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab. Once again, this series is amazing, and I love Delilah. She is on my list of favorites. I really love this series. Six of Crows. This series is probably one series where I can say I absolutely adore every single one of the main characters. I just think that they're just amazing. Like, they're just such awesome characters to follow, and I love their banter, and I love just, you know, they've all got these little quirks about them. I'm so excited to see what comes out of these in the future with the TV shows. I really hope that they don't fuck it up. Stick to the book. Stick to the fucking book. Seriously, like, Like, remember True Blood? No, I'm not even going to get into that. Not tonight, people. Final book. So I just would like to just point out, while I'm going through some of my favorite books, it's not all of my favorite books. I feel like I just need to say that because some of my favorite, I've got other favorites here. Well, some of these I haven't read, but I don't want them to feel like I don't love them, because they're like my little babies and I feel like they have feelings. I guess, you know, paper is from trees. Trees have feelings. Throne of Glass. So, love Aelin. I just, so much so that I got a tattoo of her on my arm. Air of Fire, one of my favorite books of this series. Like, holy crap, I love the character development in that book in particular. That book just has helped me through some dark times. You know, I didn't like the first two books very much. I didn't like her in those books. I found that she was just a bit, I want to say cunty. She was just really cocky, full of herself. And look, I'm fine with that, but you know, I feel like you can't really be so full of yourself when, one, you've generally lived a pretty privileged lifestyle, and two, for an assassin, she really didn't really do that much. We hear how much of an assassin she is, and she's probably one of the worst assassins I think I've ever come across. But apart from that, I'm not trying to bag out my dear Aelin. I really do love her, and I want to be her. I want to be inside her. No, I feel like I sound like I'm like in love with her or something. I'm probably as in love with her as you can be with book characters. I have a lot of characters that I am in love with. It's a sad fact, because one, I will never get to meet them, and two, it's an unrequited love, and it's sad. So what I generally tend to do is I will look for as much fan art as I can find, generally on Pinterest, and then I become super obsessed with them, and that's about as much as I can do with my character obsession, because literally, like, they're make-believe, and that's really sad. I mean, I could do what some people have done and turn, you know, my favorite book characters into pillows so I can sleep with them, not in a sexual way, just, you know, like for comfort. I won't do that. I feel like there's a lot of work that has to go into turning a book character into a pillowcase, and yeah, I do not. Look how long it took me to start up my own freaking YouTube channel. There's no way I'm sewing. So that's all my favorite books for tonight. I hope you've learned a little bit about me. I feel like I haven't really told you much about myself at all, apart from the fact that I like books, and here are some of my favorites. Obviously, I'm Australian, as you can probably tell from my accent, and I'm just trying to think of some other fun things about me. I have 3 cats, 2 dogs, and a turtle. I will introduce them to you later. They're all hiding at the moment, but not really much else about myself. I love Disney, love to sing, love musicals, but yeah, that's about it really. So I feel like I've just done, this is like a job interview. Pick me. So yeah, I don't know how often I'm going to be putting up posts, probably once or twice a week. I'll do some reviews for books, definitely, because that's why I started up my channel. If you like me, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Little Bookie Nook, although I think under Instagram my name's Steffi's Little Bookie Nook or something like that. I don't know. Links will be down below. Feel free to give me feedback on my videos, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I am winging this, literally. I have no idea. I am the least techie person that you will know. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you again later. Thank you for joining me. Yay!